Huh? Who dropped this new update? I didn't ask for it. It's here. What are we gonna do about it? Ask Mr. Epstein. That's all out there now. Why? Usually, when something big like this comes out, the world is trying to take our attention away from something a little bit more important. Now, maybe not important, but the gravity of whatever situation they're trying to hide our attention from is definitely more grand than this island situation, which is worrying. It's not great. What can we do about it? Most likely nothing. Most of us are powerless in this sense. But that's kind of the point, right? You're meant to feel powerless about it. You're meant to just consume and construct your opinion as if that's going to enact some kind of change, as if the impression that your voice matters is enough to make you feel like you matter. When really you should be dealing with stuff like, hey, do I have enough resources to last the winter? Well, this isn't Game of Thrones, and none of us are Daenerys Targaryen, but we should all be conquerors of the day, that is. Anyways, we had the Epstein situation, then we had Claudebot. Anthropic was like, "Huh?" And they told them to rename it to Moltbot, and from Moltbot, they were like, that's a horrible name. No kidding, Molting. Whose idea was that? That intern probably went bye bye. Back to macro hard, you go work. And then they renamed it to OpenBot. What was it? OpenClaw? Now that's better. It's open source, makes perfect sense, a remakeable project. Everyone started ordering Mac Minis. Is OpenClaw Moltbot slash CloudBot great? Not really. It's okay, at best. Do you probably need to check out this tool to stay ahead of the curve? That's what Twitter thinks, apparently. For sure, anything that Twitter says should be taken as gospel. That's kind of where things are right now. Now, of course, there's a more worrying scene, what this pattern of events really indicates. And for a lot of people, it can be multiple things. But for starters, it's the displacement that a lot of you worker folk, which I am too in my own field, of course, my own business. I decide my own rules, which means I'm in luck because if something displaces me and my business, then great, I have the free time to not be worried about something that takes up my time and instead can focus on music or making stupid videos like this one. But just don't be so sure about your 9 to 5 staying secure. And this is coming from the guy with the Frodo Baggins haircut. It's not looking good. Open Claude, I'm gonna call it Claudebot. Claudebot is a perfect indicator of where we are headed. It's just the alpha version of what it could be. When Overwatch was still being teased and people were like, "Oh yeah, Blizzard's making a hero shooter. Oh, it's gonna be so good." And then it came out and blew the world away. 2016 Game of the Year. This is the same kind of situation. It's the alpha version of what's gonna blow the world away very, very soon. And then, of course, there's the Epstein news that's all over the internet right now. You literally can't ignore it. And how much less faith can we really lose in the higher ups? How much more are people going to ignore it and just find something else to be worried about or be concerned about? I think they think that the people, everyday people who are on social media all the time, the masses, that they're just going to notice it for a while and then forget about it and ignore it and then move on to the next thing. They might as well put it out so it doesn't come out in some kind of scandal. Might as well just get it over with. Whatever, who knows what the intention is. The important thing is, how do you capitalize on everything that's happening right now? Well, most importantly, I would say getting into trading is about as secure as anything else right now. And if you have access to a Cloud Code subscription, preferably the $200 maximum subscription, you'll be able to build out your own trading bot following your own systems. You can check someone out like Jim Simmons. This guy's top notch. And you'll see very clearly that a lot of these things that people have been telling you to pursue, like day trading, you can start off on your own. But once you realize that there's other things that need your time, you can build out a bot that follows around the same system that you've built out for it. This is something I'm starting with, and I'm going to let you know about my progress later on. Probably just going to day trade with gold and Bitcoin specifically, but we'll see. Cryptocurrency trading is its own field. Then there's Polymarket bots as well. I tried to build something out with Claude Code for a Polymarket bot, but I couldn't really figure it out. It was just a little bit confusing. Maybe my mistake was using Claude Bot when I could have just been using Claude Code in VS Code. Also, please do use it in VS Code. Like, you guys really okay with using the terminal window? It looks horrifying. It's terrifying. And also the slow movement, you can't copy things. It's just use it in VS Code. Really? Now? Anyways, my main focus for the past week and a half or so has just been thinking about how can I automate these functions that people do on the daily and maybe spend maximum 1 hour checking on them and seeing that they're performing well. Because right now I'm in a position where I have a couple thousand in capital to just throw around wherever I want to and just see what happens. And I'm not worried about what's going to happen with that money. I just want to see how far you can really go with these systems. Because just the other day, I hear about all of these trading firms that are set up with specific AI algorithms to do the trading for them. And I'm thinking, well, if I can put Claude to work, might as well. He'll just read all the news and analytics that's coming out as it comes out through whatever API is available and trade depending on the activity that that certain chart is having on its own from other users and other bots, like market making on Polymarket. Also worked for 15-minute markets. People made a pretty decent amount of profit. And I think you still can make a really decent amount of profit. And I think the issue is that most people are not going to invest into AI as much as they should. They'll pay for Netflix subscriptions, they'll pay for Disney Plus. Guilty. And instead of investing into AI capability that's maxed out to the limit, they'll invest into things that subdue their ability to generate more income to meet their own expectations of themselves, when in reality, they could be doing so much more. It's an incredible time to be alive, especially now with this age of AI. I think these things, these projects, are just going to become more and more massively available to the public. And I think ignoring them really isn't the right move. I also just realized the other day, what is the point of forever hiding in the shadows of who you're afraid to be if the role that we choose to hide for, which is a financial one, our jobs, the jobs that we hide ourselves for so we're not judged, will be replaced anyways? It's more than just pointless. It's nothing. It has no point in any direction because the direction that's guaranteed is that your job will disappear to AI. No stopping that. Elon just put through getting FCC or FDA permission to put data centers up in space. Giant big computers to run our AI models in a place where no heat can harm it. No oxygen exists. Not entirely sure how it works, not sure what the specs of those systems are going to be, but it's where things are headed. And I think too much of the world is ignoring that. At least here, I'm in Europe. In Europe, it's like a clear indicator of people just not really caring about it. They know about ChatGPT, they know about the value of AI, but they still don't get that they're behind. They don't understand that the top players are thinking 5 years from now. And if they want to compete at the level of these top players, they need to be thinking 5 years from now. And they're not. And it's insane to me. It's actually insane. They know exactly what they're missing out on. The greatest technological advancement of all human history. We can't unmake fire. We will never forget the invention of fire. We'll never forget the invention of AI. It's not just going to dissipate. The algorithms won't just shut down and disappear. It's here to stay. In a previous video, I also spoke about this. We are past the point of no return. The catalyst has dropped, and I don't think people are noticing. I think people are choosing to ignore it, and they should be preparing. They should be terrified. They can see the storm over the horizon. They see it from far away. Was Gondor ready for Mordor's legions? Not to geek out on you, but were they ready? We're not getting Rohan reinforcements here. This is humanity's last chance to be the most capable predator on the planet. We are the current apex predator on the surface of the planet, and that role is about to be taken from us from something that we created ourselves. You think no consequences will come of that? You think you can just ignore it? You think you can just short form that away? I highly doubt it. I think if you've been thinking about making some sort of play for the last couple of years, I would do it now. No point in waiting. Every second counts. Good luck.